Alrighty, Comic 124. I am going to try to refrain from dripping from my nasal cavities for the extent of the next 3.5 minutes. I'm allowed to sneeze and sniffle after that. So I suppose that's a very... Oh, wow, look at the shape of Kenny's haircut in that first one. It's very crew cut. It's very square along the top, and in the second one it gets a bit back to... Anyway, normal. So I suppose now I have to adjust to living without any appliances. We can cook in a fire pit. I actually look forward. Did I say look forward twice? No. I actually look forward to going back to work where everything is safe and sound. And all the fake butter we can eat. Yahar! He's apparently a pirate. Yahar! Yeah, you can't say that without being a pirate. I've made it to the other universe where I can finally vanquish those meddling fools in their own dimension. How would Dr. Zero say that? I don't know. I think I was given kind of a high-pitched voice. If you read the Harry Potter books, Voldemort's voice is always described as being high-pitched, and yet Ralph Fiennes makes him sound like he has some sort of strange bronchitis. I didn't think there was much to talk about here, but a couple of things. One, there's not really a punchline. It's not really a funny thing. So this is one of the few attempts I made to have the plot drive the third panel. As opposed to landing on a punchline, it lands on a plot twist development. I'm going to say development because I don't like the term plot twist, because it's not really a twist, it's just a development. So something interesting has happened. It is kind of funny because everything is safe and sound at work. Ba-bam. No, it isn't, because Dr. Zero is come through. I don't like the term safe and sound. It's a terrible cliche and I don't really enjoy it. Suppose have to live without any appliances. So I assume Jeff destroyed them all in the party. I'm making a lot of assumptions on a comic that I myself wrote. That's sad. Means it's got to be a little tricky. And yep, so they're getting back to work. So we're getting away from this plot. This is basically the end of this kind of party, and Jeff comes to live at my house and Christmas thing, so this is after Christmas and they're all getting back to work. And then Dr. Zero comes out and he's wearing a funny cloak. He's got his crazy haircut, which is kind of like this sleek mullet, I guess is the only way to put it. And then there's the vortex, which is, it's just me drawing a bit of a spiral vortex. Now, normally when I draw something and I try to put text over top of it, I blank out a little gap, and I might have tried that, or maybe I didn't do that until later. But in this one I don't do it, and it's sort of irritating to look at because it makes the text really difficult to read. Not really difficult, but more difficult than normal. Because you can't really see certain letters, especially as they cross over where it goes from black to white in the vortex. That just makes it look like additional text. I've made it to the other universe where I can finally vanquish... I think he uses the word vanquish too much. Those meddling fools in their own dimension. So is it a dimension or a universe? Is it multiverses? Is it movie dimensions? How did I define that? Oh. Coming up on 3.5 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can sniff! Luckily, I don't need to. I do need to blow my nose. Yes, Comic 124. What does the 124 stand for? The amount of seconds I can have in between needing to blow my nose. Oh, I hate being sick. I was well for a whole 4 days. It was great. It was a nice 4 days. And then I got something else. Kids in public school and and daycares. That's what helps. Yeah. So aside from that, oh, and Dr. Zero standing in front of a row of chairs. Now, is that the chairs? I think that's supposed to be the screen behind him. So as you go in and out of the movie screen into the movie world, that's the portal, is the movie screen itself. So he's made it out, and when he came through the portal, he apparently leapt over the first row of chairs, which he is now standing in front of. So he's kind of in one of the aisles. Those are pretty tall seats. Either that or he is crouching, or kneeling on one. Or just very short. He's on a reverse box. Unlike Mr. Creeper, who hovers, Dr. Zero goes around and he is embedded into the floor. About 1.5 feet. I'm going to stop talking. So, yeah, Comic 125 is tomorrow.